Hello, welcome to the Camtasia video for my second computer games technology assignment. For this assignment I decided to make a turn-based strategy game based in the style of Valkyria Chronicles in the PlayStation 3. It had a very unique watercolour canvas art style that I was very interested in finding out how they had made, so I thought I'd give a hand at it myself. So just to introduce this demo, there's two maps here as you see, day and night. It's the same level but there's subtle differences based on where you're playing. There's also an options menu where you can enable or disable certain effects. I'm just turning on both of the toon effects as well as the tutorial text. And I'll play the day map for now. So as you see, once you press this we get an ink bleed effect where everything slowly bleeds out as it loads. So this is the view that greets you when you first start the game. I won't go into the game mechanics in too much detail, they're included in the game brief, but I'll just show off some of the effects. So as you see around the corner you have this sort of a parchment effect below the HUD. Of course you see the HUD is telling you various useful information, how many points you currently have in the top left, your current unit and its health in the bottom right, as well as the stamina in the bottom middle, as well as controls related to the current scene in the bottom left. I can easily switch between my current units. Of course I only have a tank, as well as my current headquarters or camps, and I only have the one. From camps I can easily spawn more if I have the points. As you see I have this point to spawn a buggy but no others, which I won't do now, and of course I'll just select the tank for now. So if you select the tank, you'll see now a smoke effect starts to come out of the back, you hear an engine noise, the tank can drive and its stamina starts to go down. And you can quite clearly see the sort of watercolour parchment effect here with the stuff in the corner fading out, but the actual outline still being drawn, most likely of the tank, wheels, the smoke, etc. And as you see I can drive around. I'm out of stamina now, the tank will no longer move, but you can of course rotate to freely aim and still attack, but you're not going to move anymore. Once you end your turn, of course a nice confirmation dialogue. If you had no, your turn doesn't end. If you had yes, it takes you back to the map view. Again, you can select any units. The tank takes 2 command points to move, I only have 1, so I'm afraid there's nothing I can do this time. I sped up this section to cut out some of the tedium, and you'll notice in a moment that I tried to drive up the hill, but you can only drive up playable areas and not steep slopes. I also play the tank twice. You're able to select units multiple times of course, but the stamina is less each time. And as you see now, I've approached this base and the game has detected I'm within range of the base and is indicating that I should capture it with A. If I do capture it I get a wee pop-up as well as all this victory particles showing of course the base is now mine. The Zeppelin is an air unit. Of course it has air superiority, it can fly essentially everywhere. Its downside of course is that it can't capture points, it's too high above them. As you see, that was a direct hit. The tank was instantly destroyed because Zeppelins are super effective against tanks. And this time I will move to this camp which I captured previously, and I can spawn a buggy. So buggies are fast but weak, except they're also anti-air. So if I just aim, unfortunately Zeppelins are quite hard to hit, but hopefully this one will hit the mark. And as you see, I did a massive amount of damage, but of course buggies are weak, so even with a super effective hit it didn't do enough to kill it. Cannon's the most powerful unit in the game, but as you see its stamina is very weak, so it's essentially a base defense vehicle that you just position. It would instantly kill anything that attacked it of course, but you'll see now it's saying base occupied. You can't capture an enemy base when there are enemy units around, so as you can see as the cannon is nearby I'm unable to capture it. And now I can capture the base. They've captured enemy headquarters, there's more particles than usual because of it, and then the game is over. After a few seconds just to absorb what has happened, the game will again load back to the title screen, and of course you can try a different map. As you can see, the night map's quite similar. The level is noticeably a lot darker. The units are still brightened so they're easy to see and hit, otherwise they prove too difficult, but you'll notice straight away you can't see very far. This is a fairly cheap trick. I've just lowered the view frustum, but it creates a convincing sort of night blindness effect where you can't quite see units until they're right in your face, as an extra layer of strategy, especially for Zeppelins, since they're quite awkward to see in the night sky as it is. And that was just a brief overview of my game. I apologise for not getting into the code, but I had quite a lot of features packed in there and I thought a high level overview of them, along with the commented code which has been included, would have been the best way of explaining it. Please give the game a go and let me know what you think. Thank you very much.